trees are green and overhanging, where the light free and everlasting.
Catch you later, Cindy.
Nice dealing with you. Oh, what is that?
I don't know. Never seen it before.
Across the building. What's that on the second floor?
The curtains shift just a little. Someone's watching from within.
Whoa.
We couldn't see that unless we were all the way out here. Or up there, I suppose.
Kuno's little shit show.
Alright.
Not bad.
Let's take a look at this fucking napkin, shall we?
The chef-d'oeuvre. It's the painting that Cindy sold to you. The canvas is a fragment of plastic snapped off some larger object that's been coated with thick emulsion. Thick with emulsion. A blitz of dotty colors shoot out from one of the corners.
I mean, it literally just looks like evidence. You know?
I hope it's not. Okay, you're gonna need to have a really good story.
You don't think it's interior semionics art?
Semionics?
Perhaps it's
You're back. Good.
the canvas has
What can
been
I help
free
you with?
bled upon. I found my badge, by the way.
Oh
I
boy.
love you did.
She inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious.
I like it when they call us by our full title and name.
That is us being gussied up by her smooth talking,
It worked.
but it works.
What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
Seaweed drips from the badge in your hand. It smells of fish.
How about you share your information on the lynching, now that you've seen his badge?
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them.
God damn it. This was your plan all along.
My plan is to share information. The only way to do that now is by telling my employers you've kept your end, which I hope you will. Because let me tell you, we are in dire waters.
And what would you have done if I had my badge when we first approached you?
Meaning, the information she has will raise the stakes in this game.
The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. Now, is there anything I can do for you in the meanwhile? Tea, perhaps?
Well, at the very least, she seems to be not mentioning or not aware of the parts of your actions that have indicated subservience to the Union. Right. So, yeah, just continue.
I don't think we need tea.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's completed. Now we have to go back to the traffic jam. Ugh.
When the fuck is that breakthrough gonna happen? Damn, are we really right on the edge there?
23 minutes.
Yeah. Where's that lady? So we can tell her about her husband. She's not there
she's
yet.
back at home, no?
Yes, she's in the apartments. That's true. Okay, let's do that. Because I was about to ask, wasn't there someone in the apartments we were supposed to go meet? And it's like, oh,
Yep.
yes, literally. The two are the one and the same.
Ooh.
Let's save it. Let's see here.
Is there anything that we can do to wait for the red check thing to
Well, that's what I'm looking for,
Yeah.
isn't it?
handwritten note?
I'm literally.
applicant
That's why I'm
tribunal?
on the screen.
Yeah.
I want to kill those 20 minutes. Let's see here. What section do the books go under? Were they under the interactables? I would assume.
Yeah, that's the game that we played, so I assume that the book should be here. There's a book on the far right, but we already read that one, right?
Yeah. Are there any books that I like? I mean, this. I think that's the only book I have, isn't it?
The face of King Freecell smiles at you.
Yeah.
For some reason, the smile now strikes you as more forced than it did before.
All right.
If you reread it, is it past time?
Unsurprisingly, much of this you skim the headline. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Cape Side. The writer, G. Martin, remarks dryly that capitalists love wealth redistribution, so long as it's only redistributed upward. Good thing your rent-paying days are behind you. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before
Yeah,
you.
it did go forward a lot.
It takes a moment. As you leaf through this section, the main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical. This so-called artist spot. You think you're set. Instead, you find yourself where to even.
Hey,
all
let's
of it,
go.
Basically. And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for. You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tournée is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
Kim, did you know the Tip Top Tournée is actually an orgiastic ritual of capitalistic destruction? I had no idea.
Kim, you wouldn't believe how badly written some of these articles are.
Kim, this article says that no one really watches Tip Top Tournée for the races.
I can imagine. Something tells me there's not exactly a glut of young communists itching to write about Tip Top for La Fumée. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
All
You
right.
flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents.
Thanks, book.
Oh, goody.
The precarious world.
What's this about?
How not to lose. It is impossible not to. The world is balanced on the edge of a knife. It's a game of frayed nerves. You're pushed on by numbers and punitive measures, pain, rejection, and unpaid bills. You can either play or you can crawl under a boat and waste away, turn into salt or a flock of seagulls. Your enemies would love that. Or you can fight. The only way to load the dice is to keep on fighting.
Critical success and failure thresholds lowered by 1.
Okay. So we can land an 11 and still get a natural 20.
Okay, yeah.
Or we can roll a snake eyes and be okay?
Yeah, what happens if we roll
If we
like
roll-
3?
It sounds really good, but yeah. I wonder if it's if you roll a 2. Yeah, anyway, the lower end of it, I'm not sure how it works out, but the high end of it, obviously,
2 or 3 fails, success on 11 or 12, apparently.
11 or 12 wins, 2 or 3 fails. Okay, so it moves inward on both ends.
Yeah.
I see. It tightens the
Oh my
noose,
God.
so it's not. It's an equal benefit and loss.
With your luck, though, I'm
Yeah.
still...
That's still
Still on
pretty
the
good.
edge,
That's
but
still
it's
pretty
pretty
good. More crits of both kinds. Sure,
Not bad.
but like, It sounds, but I mean, if it's an even increase and decrease in that way, then it's like there will be more crits, but like, yeah, you can critically fail easier.
Mm-hmm. That could happen.
Oof. Okay.
With your
but
luck.
most checks for 2-3 are already a fail. Therefore, the requested the threshold is going to be mostly beneficial. I see. That is cool. All right. Well, we're no longer in the red for everything, at the very least. So, that's a good thought.
Congratulations.
Let's hold it.
All right. And so, time to deliver the bad news. Oh boy. Is this the right jacket? Darkening world.
Hey, I have my ledger of empathy.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. What kind of jacket are you wearing? Oh, flash the ledger. Well, I guess I can allow it. Nice medal.
I need to get a hat. That's an empty slot. And I'm not fucking rocking the cone.
Come on. It looks nice. Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yep.
How's that?
I think we're okay. I'll keep that ledger in hand. Yeah. We have to deliver the bad news after all.
Yep, gotta look good while doing it.
Which thought? Which thought is it? Indirect modes of taxation. Oh, well, we're stuck with that. We're going ultra live. Yeah, alright. Apartment 17? What apartment was it?
Whoa.
That's a lot of money!
Holy crap.
Okay.
$5 just sitting there? Holy.
Just chilling.
Hey, old lady, how you doing?
Hope it's going good. With the asthma doing the dust sweeping. Right. Wrong side.
Oh yeah, there are multiple doors in this building.
Front door balcony.
Yeah, there's a front balcony, and then there's... Is there a hole over there? No, I don't think so. Yep, here we go. That's the exit, and the balcony is right there. Is a smoker there? I guess not.
I briefly forgot the direction. Now I remember.
Whew.
A weathered brown door. The number reads 20.
Yep.
Something smells good. Soup along yo. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock. This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard. Get yourself together. It's just police work.
Hold on, Kim. We should discuss this before we move on. What should we expect?
You're right. Let's talk this through.
He looks at the apartment door and lowers his voice a bit.
You hear light footsteps passing by the door and some folk music playing on the radio.
Folk music.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Mejean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary.
Do you have any advice on how to tell her?
What if I don't want to do this?
I don't want to do it. Let's turn around.
Alright, I think I'm ready.
It says try to bail out.
Dad, just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Good advice.
What if I don't want to do this?
Yeah, let's proceed.
Yeah?
You might say something, though.
Yes, it's hard. But there is no easy way to handle this information. It just has to happen, as soon as possible.
That's the most
Lieutenant
human way we can do
motions
it.
towards the door.
Let me just triple check our clothing on this, because that seems pretty brutal.
You want to look good?
Empathy is as high as we can get it. Authority is at a comfortable 2. Composure, interfacing, savoir-faire. Yeah. Volition, logic, encyclopedia. Rhetoric is okay, but I think we're doing the best we can. Fuck the world. That's what we do.
Yep.
Well, let's make a little save then.
Oh, okay.
Hold on a second.
What's up?
Yeah, it's dropping our rhetoric and it's giving us half light.
A weathered brown door. Something smells good. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead. This is the door. Get yourself together.
Here we
It's
are.
just police work.
Hello? Who is it? A voice calls from the other side of the door.
And someone turns down the radio.
Look at the lieutenant first.
Is this Billy Mejean's home? This is the police. Please open the door. The police. A moment, please.
You hear shuffling.
Give us a
inside.
Tidying up. Nervously. There's fear in her voice.
She unlocks the door. Come in. The door is open. Ah, that's yeah. That whole sequence is unvoiced.
Mm-hmm. Time to go in. All right, Harry.
All right. Well, let's see if we can learn anything.
Yeah, let's just pillage the whole house before.
Chalk drawn height chart for children's growth over the years. Let's pillage for information that might help deliver this in a more human manner. Packages of humanitarian aid. Macaronis. Windows covered in old newspaper clippings. Take stock of the situation. Look around a little bit.
Get that craft dinner.
Textbook for high school mathematics. Trigonometry mostly.
Clock is ticking away with an odd cheerfulness.
Ticking makes you anxious. Rings hollow in the room.
Posters of contemporary pop stars adorn the walls.
So, you think the kid's room is left untouched?
Yep.
Preserved as is?
Oh, I hope there's not a sad reason for this.
Well, listen to the happy music, Reggie.
Mm-hmm.
It's you from the book stand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back?
She smiles nervously before the smile vanishes from her face.
I can't believe that hug. That glomp. That was wild.
She's strong.
I don't
very
think
strong.
I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Thanks, but I'm alright.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
She stops, her eyes trying to read answers from your face.
No, this is something much worse. Is he in a hospital? How bad is it?
How about some small talk before you break the news? Definitely no small talk. This isn't the time or place.
What the fuck, rhetoric? Versus suggestion. That's interesting. That is really interesting.
Yeah?
They're at odds with each other.
Rhetoric is trying to find a way to diffuse the situation.
Rhetoric
make it
is
less
trying.
tense.
Rhetoric is trying to use rhetoric.
Yeah. And
And
suggestion is like, that's not gonna work, buddy.
And they both had. Those are both 12s.
Yeah.
Rhetoric is wrong. Rhetoric doesn't work if the context is incorrect. The stats can fail you.
Yeah.
Even the ones that you think are trustworthy, as Volition said. That's a really interesting play here. Like, if it was just suggestion going like, hey man, then that's what it is, and you'd go like, oh yeah, that weighs in, thus I trust that because that's the voice that popped up here. But like, you actually got a conflicting piece. That's wow. Okay, so how have you been?
You live here with Victor, your husband, right?
Empathy, impossible, but we have 83%. Reggie, give me a fucking shining finger. 83%, and I still want the touch.
You've done
Thank
this
you.
before.
You're welcome.
Just keep your focus.
All right. God, do I say he's dead like that?
Ma'am, I'm very sorry to say, but your husband, Victor Mejean, was found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
What did you say?
Your husband, Victor Mejean, is dead. I'm very sorry for your loss, ma'am.
Oh,
She touches her neck, eyes pale like pearls in seawater.
oh. But he was just...
She looks at the kitchen table where 2 cigarette butts are still in the tray.
But he was just here, alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, man.
What happened to him?
She turns to you. Her neck and cheeks are covered with red blotches. Her double chin is shaking.
Still early to say, but at first glance it seems like he slipped and hit his head.
It was an accident. He fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his head.
Was he drunk?
Alcohol may have played a role, yes.
We don't know yet, but we will let you know when the results arrive.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
You could use one and...
Yeah.
I see. And you just found him there, lying in the cold. How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever.
It's hard to say at this point.
You have to be honest.
Yeah? Even though empathy is like...
It's not saying what it is, but it is the truth.
Yeah. I would say 1. If you say 2 days, she's gonna be like, for 2 days he was out there and I just thought he was drunk and I didn't think about searching for him or anything. It might be heavy for her.
So now it's okay to lie?
I would say it's hard to say at this point. I wouldn't say it couldn't have been long, because it has been long, right? 2 days is an eternity. That's my opinion.
Okay.
She blinks, eyes welling up with tears. as her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of her dress. The handkerchief.
Here, take this. Give her the lieutenant's handkerchief.
No words, just give her the lieutenant's handkerchief.
Don't give her the lieutenant's handkerchief. It's too special.
A small, terrified smile quivers on her face as she takes the handkerchief and wipes away the tears. She looks disoriented.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No. I just need to tell my girls.
The air gets sucked out of her lungs suddenly.
God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
No. A day.
Yes, they should know. Do you want us to call them and ask them here?
No, take a day to recover. You'll be better prepared when they come home tomorrow.
Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you.
She nods, but with a wretched expression.
Okay, so the point of empathy here is to guide you through it, because these are not really even checks. They're just it weighing in on the conversation.
Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier.
He hands her a leaflet with the morgue's contact information.
A very good call.
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still...
She rubs her face, runs her fingers over her cheeks that have become numb.
Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
She runs out of breath.
These are her last reserves of strength. Her muscles will give in soon. Already, she starts to shake.
Again, I'm very sorry, ma'am.
At that age, grief takes a physical toll that can be lethal.
Yeah.
Literally can.
We should step outside and talk.
As we walk out the door, the jacket emblazoned, "Fuck the world."
Yeah,
It's not a lie! Where's the lie?
I guess you can relate.
Where's the lie?
Yeah. Kim?
You did well.
The lieutenant says as soon as you've left the apartment. The balcony feels cool and quiet, with a stunning view over the district.
Could have done more. What now?
Great, the case is closed then.
Thanks, Kim.
I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased.
That's it?
What about Billy and her kids?
They'll manage.
They have to. It's not your place to live their lives.
That's it?
That's it. We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done.
Right, this is closed then.
Let's go.
Okay.
And yeah, you're right, death can take a physical
Literally.
toll on people.
Literally.
I have countless stories of grandparents that lose their spouse and then months after
Yeah, exactly.
they go away.
Your constitution just doesn't exist at that point.
Yeah.
So anything that does any kind of that. These two health bars become one the older you get.
Yeah. Man, that's rough. To announce to people that somebody's gone, eh?
Yeah, I remember there was an episode of Scrubs where they were talking about that, where it's like how to, inform the family,
Yeah.
and like everyone just left it to one doctor who just loved doing it, who was like, yeah, no problem, totally, and just like always was the one to do it, and just could just like robot it, and then it was kind of like one of those things where it's like, oh, but it's burying the pain. What next? Let's go fucking talk to our light bending guy. Now that time has passed.
All these people. They've been here for days.
So now we can start a pitch and try to sell him the art. And then after that we can hit up the village. Well, no, we can try to see what else is around. Maybe explore the whirling part. But then we have to do the signature fraud, and then we have to do the actual church.
Go to church. If you scared, mother.
With Crabman.
Right.
Don't
What
forget
is that
that
about?
Crabman was at the church.
Ever heard about this theory that says that everything becomes crab?
What?
Apparently there's some theory that's saying that like most animals or things or shapes or material will turn to crab.
What the fuck?
This is some crazy thing.
I just don't. I mean, that's just some that used to be deep internet, but that just sounds mild at this point.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Have you considered breaking into the local art market?
The art market. Intriguing. Well, as I said, I don't carry much money on my person. But do go on. What are you thinking?
I've recently discovered a local painter with enormous potential.
Show him Cindy's chef-d'oeuvre.
A painter? I'm always looking to expand into new asset classes.
What did I tell you?
Who's the artist?
Grotbags. Actually, make that Granny Grotbags.
Let's go with Lucinda Schweinehack.
Cindy the Skull.
Oh, I'd prefer to keep it a secret.
Ooh, Banksy?
Yo, that'll be cool.
Banksy! Banksy!
Not even a pseudonym?
The light appears to vibrate with surprise.
A complete mystery. You can call her Anonymous.
Original. I don't think any of my friends have any pieces from anonymous artists. Or maybe only Luca, the son-in-law of the Comte de Lys. No, not even him. He might have some wells in Duvignes, the authenticity of which historians are debating, but I don't think that counts. Perfect. And the name of the piece?
He leans in to take a good look at the rectangular plastic board coated thick with emulsion.
Gross profit.
Mauve sur toile. Snot on canvas. That is great. I like snot on canvas.
That
That's
is
good.
fucking solid. That is good. The arduous slaughter of the 8th pinniped.
Keith.
That's also pretty good too. But no, if you look for the francophones out there, you gotta go with 2.
Sounds fancy too.
There's no sign of a reaction for a good 3 seconds. Then,
Wonderful things, aren't they? Names. They can completely change your reading of a person, or in this case, a painting.
Nod confidently.
Say nothing.
Before I invest, I need to know more about the work. How do I know this asset is going to appreciate with time?
Ah, good question.
this is the only question that matters. Fail to come up with an interesting hook, and he's out. The comfortably wealthy want their views challenged when making a purchase. Don't hold back.
It's an early entry in an emerging style known as art tissue.
The artist was struggling, really struggling.
You're actually the first person to see this painting after the artist.
Value is something you should discover for yourself. What do you see?
I mean, I suppose this is the most challenging. This one forces him to make up his mind on a decision because clearly no one else could have had a chance to make a decision on it.
I don't think this is the one that would extract the most value out of him, though. You know?
You think this one?
I would go with 4. Yeah, 4 to make him think about the value. He'll think about it on his own if you stay silent, you know? Don't give him stuff.
I was leaning towards it, but then I realized with this one that I'm like, yeah, but if you have the opportunity, you know. But yes, I suppose the challenging aspect would do this, you know. All right.
I see.
The light appears to concentrate.
I'll be honest. All I see are splatters that lack any true intention.
Why are you letting this opportunity slip
Wrong
away?
answer.
Give him a story, an experience. Make him want to run away with this painting and marry.
All right, fuck off with
in
that shit.
secret.
We gotta go. We gotta spin a yarn.
If there's something I'm missing, I'd love to know what it is.
Spin a yarn. It's an early entry in an emerging art style known as art tissue.
Emerging? That's a word with plenty of appeal. What is it that defines this style exactly?
The obvious answer is to be illustrative. However, he would be much more interested in art that directly tackles social issues.
Well, I got good news for you.
Just tell him the truth. Why does no one ever want to tell the truth?
Fuck out of here, crown face. You're not welcome or wanted in this discussion.
Business. This is business, okay?
You have a time and a place.
God.
Now is the time to champion the power of the sinuses.
It's art that's produced by way of sneezing.
It's art that tackles issues. Art plus issues.
Art tissue.
What a twist.
Fuck me on that pun.
Yo.
Fuck me. Splatter, disarray, chaos. It's anti-design.
It's pretty badass, too.
Design is the very signature of humanity. Everything we do is design. Text columns, urban architecture, the precise shape of a stapler. What are we without any of that?
Exactly. Don't you want to find out what else we could be?
This is a new type of design. You'll work it out if you spend more time with it.
I hadn't thought about it that way before. You might have just opened up a new door in my mind.
Doors, windows, toilet seats. Open whatever it is you need, buddy. Just get on with making a purchase already.
Well, I think that settles it. You found the buyer, my friend. A pleasure transacting with you.
The light around him warms you like a friendly
Anti-design.
embrace.
Return to monkey.
Likes the concept.
Yeah. It is anarcho-primitivist when you look at it.
However, there are a few complications.
Yes.
I don't have the cash on me right now
Oh.
to pay for art of this caliber.
Okay.
What I can instead offer are shares in Mauer Koshlai Mercury Group.
Shares.
Shares. That's even better. You can do a lot with them if you play your cards right.
Yeah, I got a lot of questions. I like the sound of that, though.
Holy shit.
Like, I don't have money. Imagine you asking on the street for money.
Can I eat shares? What are shares and what can I do with them?
Some spare change, sir. You want some stonks? That's all I got.
Diamond hands? I mean, if you say to the moon, he might be like, actually, we've been there.
And back.
Not much. Not much in terms of value. We need to go further. Mars, perhaps. What is Mauer Koshlai Mercury Group?
It's a Gotwaldian Ilmaran company that specializes in extracting mercury. It's seen massive growth lately due to the discovery of Riotvark mercury. Have you heard about it? At the moment, it's trading at more than 1.5 times the price of gold.
Oh.
That's because it's an essential component in the next generation of radio computers.
I thought the next generation of computers would be powered by organic brains.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for that.
The mother brain computers.
Bioprocessors.
Using it in their next model. I can't wait for mine to turn up. My predictions say its improved speed and azimuthal range should increase my trade efficiency by whopping 46%. You really should order one if you don't want to be left behind.
But what if we're on the dump phase of the pump and dump?
A step forward for technology, yes, but only for those who can afford it.
What are they worth?
I bought these shares many years ago for a steal. As predicted, Mauer Kosley Mercury's operating profit has increased year on year, and there is no signs of it slowing down. People always need Mercury. Which means you could net yourself a considerable profit if you need some immediate liquidity. But if you don't mind waiting, I expect the value of these shares to double within the next 5 years.
Well, that sounds nice, but I don't unfortunately think the game will last that long, nor will my apocalypse cop tendencies. Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Cut to the chase on that. Apocalypse, that's the word from now on. What are shares and what can I do with them?
They're the very unit of capital. You can buy them, sell them, even sit on them if you think it wise. Trust me when I say this. Becoming a shareholder means you are part of the big leagues.
I guess we have a deal.
Splendid.
You hear the sound of expensive fabrics brushing against each other. When it stops, a roll of paper emerges from the radiance.
It looks almost ethereal. Is it even real?
Back in the day when shares were on pieces of paper that say you officially own one share of blank company.
What's that?
This is a stock certificate. Well, a photocopy of one. Nevertheless, it's solid proof that you own shares in Mauer Kosley Mercury Group.
Thanks.
The light around the individual in front of you changes somehow as you take the scroll. What's different? You just know that it is.
Uh-oh. You're catching up.
Really, look at your net worth.
Net worth! Net worth is crazy!
We can see eye to eye a bit more now.
Net worth! Go up!
This transaction has changed the physical relationship between you. You are now more alike somehow.
Ain't that like real life?
It's not your actual money, though. It's a new stat.
The Weiss Wiesmann coefficient for you and this individual has now dropped to 0.9989. Repeating.
Is this Frog Fractions 3? I mean,
No, get me out.
this is... I feel like we're playing Frog Fractions right now.
That concludes our part of the transaction. Once you've turned over the asset, my people will get the legal ball rolling. Another deal complete. Welcome to the big leagues! If you haven't already, I'd advise you to consider hiring a personal brand strategist.
What does a
Wow.
personal brand strategist do?